Hello here. So I thought I was done with messages for the night. It's like 3 in the morning here, but I just had a download coming through as I was wrapping up. And it's about a masculine energy who is waking up to find out that there's been some kind of involvement with his mother figure and his girlfriends or his wife or his divine part, or not his divine, but his partners. The choices he's made in partners, let's put it this way. He's waking up to realize that a lot of the people that he's chosen, and this is a man who probably is, I'm assuming that this is a divine masculine that I'm picking up this energy about. This is a man who has gone through a lot of trauma in relationships that he may have thought was like either his own stuff or, it was just like, that's the way kind of love, that's the way love goes kind of thing. And, indeed, all of our woundedness, it plays out in relationships. Don't get me wrong. I'm never one to tell someone to not take accountability for the ways that they contribute to toxicity in their own relationships. But in this energy, what I'm feeling is like this divine masculine has been set up by a mother figure to be aligned with dysfunctional females very purposely. And in fact, when he's had the opportunity to align with women who, and I'm not even just talking about divine feminines, but women who are more functional, it's like she hasn't wanted that from him. I'm getting that with this divine masculine, there's something that this mother was getting from him being wounded through these relationships. There's some kind of material gain she was receiving, which is why, once again, I'm feeling like this is energy harvesting. I'm going to go into the oracles of shadow and light. I don't want this reading to be too long, but let me take a moment to connect. I call in the highest levels of protection to surround me and all who are here to receive this message, who are divine. I remove any and all opposition, cloudiness, confusion, attempts to distort, distract, in any way take the essence of what is being done here out of divine order. Ashe. Mend a broken heart fairy, glamour, intrigue. I told you. Mend a broken heart fairy, healing from heartache. Healing from heartache, 3 and 6. So again, Empress and Lover's energy. So this is, again, like I said, this is somebody who wanted this masculine to constantly have a broken heart. Then we have Marie Masquerade, number 14. Glamour, intrigue, and drama. So this is the card that speaks about something not being as it seems. Okay, Sea Beacon Fairy, here we go, guidance, but where will it lead you? There's some kind of siren energy involved here, but then we got Kali showing up here. Oh yes, from death comes rebirth. Kali stepping in and says, enough of the shenanigans, I'm breaking dawn, I'm going to show you the truth. There's somebody who's seeing the truth for the first time. You see clearly, clairvoyance, winged seer, we have this again. This masculine is beginning to tune into their own intuition and to see beneath the fuckery. This masculine, this may not have just been a mother, this may have also been some kind of sister energies involved, maybe aunts also. There's definitely a bunch of women that have materially benefited off of his pain. We have a powerful energy, a shift is occurring now. It's eclipsing out all of this, these shenanigans that these women had him stuck in. I'm feeling very strongly like this was something that I feel like this is something that has broken this person's heart. With the mend a broken heart, like beyond these energies of trying to keep this masculine stuck in these cycles, I feel like the women in his life, his mother, these sisters, I feel like this is a person who had genuine intent towards these women. I don't think he's aware. I don't think it ever crossed his mind until it could no longer escape his notice. I don't think it ever crossed his mind that they would do something like that to him. But I think that this full moon in Cancer, a lot of energies surrounding family stuff it's been coming out since 2020. It's reaching for many people like a zenith, a pinnacle with this full moon, because there's no veil anymore. People cannot hide what they're doing anymore. It's not working. And especially if this person is a divine masculine and he is here to have a relationship in this new earth that's here to usher in his divine legacy, that is here to bless the earth and to assist ascension at this time. It's like there's no more time for this. There's no more time. We have 6th house. 6th house. So this is Virgo energy. Body, health, routine, career, relationships to physical aspects of self. So Virgo energy is to do with your day-to-day routine. It's to do with how you are able to find balance with yourself. The 6th house energy is the last house before we move into the 7th house. And so the 1st through the 6th houses are all about, it's all about self. And then from the 7th house onwards, it's how we then relate outside of self. And so the 6th house being the last house in the houses of self, it really is a culmination and a wrap-up. It really is about self-actualization and independence and the foundational energies that we now create to build a life based upon our own sense of stability in self. This is why it's connected to the Hermit energy. They're asking me to do something interesting here. The way that this was attacked for this masculine, they're asking me to add up the houses that add up to 6 to see the many ways that these energies were used against him. So we have the 1st and the 5th house, which 1 and 5 adds to 6. So there were attacks against his divine identity and his truth and his fire to be independent and to do things for himself, to really tune into his divine masculine energy, but to really tune into his flame. And that is something that's been enacted for this masculine since childhood. We are dealing with the mother energy. The 5th house is to do with your inner child. It is to do with your ability to access pleasure. This masculine had a very distorted view of pleasure. For some, the pursuit of pleasure is what this karmic mother was trying to keep them in also. The pursuit of pleasure, so it's almost like some of them are trying to keep them with like lower resonating or lower vibrating females who were very much just involved with physicality, with sexuality, with material things, with money. And it's almost like this karmic mother, sister, women wanted that masculine only pursuing those kinds of relationships because there was something that they knew about with the 5th house energy, him being able to access his divine legacy by way of choosing to go higher. There's something about distorting his connection with what he would think pleasure is, and it began in childhood. Then we have the 2nd and the 4th house. So the 2nd house is all about resources, and the 4th house again is about, well, it's about ancestry, bloodlines, and family. So again, there's something that this mother has tied this masculine to her somehow financially, and that's why she didn't want him going out and being with, well, a divine partner, because to be with a divine partner, he'd have to be healed. And in order to be healed, he would see past her shenanigans. And once he sees that, he'd be withdrawing his energy to create something divine and closing out what is karmic. And it feels like now this is coming out. I can say this is coming out because for this person, it's coming out because they know. They're aware of the fuckery. They're aware of the fuckery. And then we could have 3-3. So again, this is the energy of what I'm picking up here is that energy of sibling. The third house, the way I see it is it's all about communication, but it's all the ways we learn how to communicate or how that communication gets shut down through our childhood, through our childhood interactions with our peers in school, with our siblings. It's how we learn to tune into our voice. This masculine had his voice shut down by other siblings. Whether this is something that happened throughout childhood or whether it's something that's been happening in adulthood. And I feel like what I'm getting is kind of like this coven energy of these siblings coming in to protect whatever it was that the mother was doing. It's like whenever the masculine would try to step in to see the truth or articulate his truth or notice something, it's like there was a lot of gaslighting energy, but it was done through silencing his voice through a group dynamic that was predominantly female. So we have Hunger Games and Lust Wars at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, again, this is the energy, like, because it was at the bottom of the deck with the 6th house, it was all about trying to keep him trapped in lustful energies. Like I said, there was something here about, ooh, I just got incest. There's something here about a distortion, something here about a mother and a son and how she's distorted from childhood his idea of what pleasure should be. And that manifested in the way he was able to relate. Like he could only relate, as much as he may have wanted to relate intimately with a woman on a soul-to-soul level, he felt very limited in that regard, and it was just, only could really connect sexually, not knowing that there were things going on. Sink and mirror portals, home invasion we have coming out. So yeah, sink and mirror portals, home invasion, thought forms and projections, despair, anxiety, and fear. So when I'm getting more than just the despair, the anxiety, and the fear, I'm getting more that like I said, it's the projection of mental energies, and they may have been using mirrors in order to do this. They may have been doing that through whatever rituals they were doing. But I really do feel like more than anything, this is the energy of people who are working very hard to keep this masculine having a very distorted view about himself, even in terms of maybe his body. And this is something that happened from childhood. Solar magic. Yeah, this masculine is supposed to be in a position of spiritual authority and leadership. I said that thing about the 5th house with the 1st house. Part of his identity is very much to do with his ability to, part of his leadership and authority is tied into recovering. I mean, this is for everyone. It's all about recovering the solar energy. But this with the 1st and the 5th house together, there's something about his very identity being hinged upon this. This masculine is a prophet. This masculine is also holds, I just did a reading about, and I mentioned this in the reading, where divine beings, we hold the frequency of wealth. Now, whether or not you've been able to access that has nothing to do with the fact that you do. Like, the majority of the time what's been happening is that that's been being harvested off of you. Like, I don't want to get too deep into all of that, but this masculine, he has this golden energy that he has the Midas touch. He's able to distribute energies and materials through his energy field with ease. And there's something about keeping this mother wanting to keep that to herself. There was financial gain, and for some, maybe the distortion I was picking up on wasn't so much incest, but it's more like the energy of a mother who, she may have been a single mother, and she put the responsibility of this masculine to kind of look after her. She kind of put him in the role of a husband. That's what I'm getting here. Yep, confusion and interference, trying to keep him apart from divine partners and his ability to create divinely. Spirits of destruction. Yep, this is the energy of someone who's wanting to destroy anything that is being built that is not karmic in nature, that is not destructive, that is not going to get him trapped in a pain cycle. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go any more deeper into this energy. I don't know who this is for. I hope that it's helpful and that it's insightful. I don't know if this is you. I don't know if you're dealing with a masculine like this. You know what? Let's just do one more thing. Let's see where this masculine is on their own path. Because what I'm picking up here is that they are, they've woken up to this reality. They've woken up to knowing this about these individuals. Let's see where they are on the path, on their own divine path. Wow, I'm glad I pulled this, because look what we have coming out. Wise leader. So for some of you, if this is a reading that's resonating with something that's been going on for you, if you've had a similar dynamic and you haven't been in communication with your masculine counterpart, or your divine, who you know is your divine partner, or even if you don't know this person to be your divine partner and you are, you know, a divine feminine, whether you're a man or a woman. If this is, you resonate with this because it sounds similar to your story, it sounds like somebody who is already in your energy field is, there's some kind of mirroring energy going on. We have wise leader. This person is learning how to grow. And remember I said with that solar card, let's see if I can find it again. It's about directing, it's about directing and distributing energies and materials. It's about directing and distributing your light and your wealth, but the wealth that is within you. There's something about this masculine waking up to who he is and what he's come here to be in the world. He's no longer confused. He's no longer in denial or under any kind of illusion. We also have journey by midnight, believe in magic. He's believing in the magic of himself. He's trusting there's a divine plan, and I feel like he's choosing to walk in the direction of that, taking a risk and coming forward, right? So I'm not talking about taking a risk and coming forward towards you. That could very well be the point, protected by angels. But what I'm getting more than anything is that this masculine is at last taking a risk on himself. I feel like so much of his life he's been controlled, commanded, dictated to, and a lot of the control and the command is that energy again of the stirring of the pot, the invisible hands and fingers stirring the pot. But this masculine is recognizing and realizing that he holds something. He holds something. He holds this energy that it's more than wealth that I'm picking up here. He holds this ability to it's like a very deep healing energy, but it's the way he's able to direct it. I'm almost getting, and bear with me here because I don't know why I'm getting this visual, but when I think of the solar, because this is the solar magic card, I'm thinking of course solar plexus, 333 on my clock, solar plexus, and that of course I'm seeing the Care Bears. And you know how the different Care Bears have their different powers and they shoot it out of their belly, they shoot it out of their solar plexus. It's something like that. It's like his solar plexus codes have these energies that are, he might be a heyoka for one thing, he might use humor, but there's something about the healing of these codes it's about bringing joy and bringing pleasure to others, and it's about helping others to connect to and heal their own inner child. But that's part of his wealth, that's part of his gift, that's part of what he's here to distribute and help. And to that extent, I feel like this is what he's been doing. This is why he's waking up to it too. Like, I feel like he's been going through some deep inner child healing, right? But I also feel like he woke up to the fact that where they were harnessing from directly was his solar plexus. Okay, and yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it there because I'm tired. But that's a nice reading, right? Yeah, that's a nice reading. I'm gonna love you and leave you guys. I will see you again soon. Until next time, be well.